Back to Ape Escape and Ape Escape P one last time to finish it off. I've already thwarted Spectre's attempt to hypnotise the world, now I just have to recover the remaining monkeys lost through time. One last reminder, some monkeys will have the wrong names due to every source applying each name to a different monkey. So it's all the way back to Ancient Plane. For this next run through all the levels, the Professor has made me the final gadget, the Magic Punch. This allows me to break open certain stronger obstacles and has more range than other melee gadgets. Finishing the training gets me the trophy, Put 'em Up. Ancient Plane has only the one monkey I couldn't reach without the propeller, Exocet. There's nothing much to say about Ancient Plane, it's there to get you used to the game, otherwise it's by far the least interesting level in the game. And over to Ape Escape P to get the Magic Punch there too. Completing the training and getting all the gadgets gets me the trophy, Everything But the Kitchen Sink. I catch Exocet, renamed Uki, and get the trophy, Spike the Completionist, for fully completing a single level. Back to Raining Lake for the last two monkeys. Right away I turn around to see another monkey on a cliff I couldn't reach first time. I propel up and catch Imp. Then along the river is a hole in the wall. I swim through to find a series of slopes to jump up and at the top catch Champ to complete this level. Still a smaller and simpler one, but has much more going on and a more memorable atmosphere than Ancient Plane. In P I catch Imp, now John, and Champ, now Munsart. And to finish off this world with Dinosaur Valley, which still has 3 more monkeys to find. I enter that side area at the start I couldn't do anything with first time. With a slingshot I shoot through the bars to hit the switch that opens them. There's a monkey riding a Triceratops who also throws bombs when I get close. I have to hit the bombs back to upset the Triceratops and make it charge more uncontrollably. 3 times knocks the monkey off and Farmer is captured. Now back into the main area where the moving platform in the wall is. I use a propeller to reach the top and run along to the waterfall. Joe Young is hiding in the corner and I catch him too. That just leaves the monkey riding the T-Rex. I bait the T-Rex into ramming its face into the walls here. 3 hits knocks the monkey off and capturing Moobar completes this stage. Definitely the age's best level with more to explore and do. Those 6 monkeys I've caught bumped my completion up to 57.2%. Back to the PSP, I catch Farmer, now George, then Joe Young, now Agapanther, and Moobar, now Rex. Onto the Cenozoic era next and Jungle River, where I'm missing 8 monkeys and 3 Spectre coins. I start by going straight ahead into another area I never visited first time. Couldn't do anything here first time without the propeller. I use it to reach the mushroom that bounces me to this gate to open. Through the gate is a Spectre statue with a monkey on it. This is Creep and I chase him through the vines to another area to catch him. Over here we get a new enemy, Snorter. Nearby a monkey jumps into a tree that becomes a Tremendous. It'll get into a boxing stance, but hitting its fists will have it rear them back in pain. Do that to both and hit it in the web that represents its mouth. 6 smacks to the gob defeats it and has it spit out Kutaragi for me to catch. Next, back into the area with the UFO I couldn't do anything about first time. I shoot the UFO down and catch Skater. I then use the propeller to climb the cliff at the back to find several rolling boulders coming out of the pair of gates. Between the two is a monkey climbing along a vine. I shoot down and catch Sneakers. Follow the path to the end and come out where I ended this stage first time at the end of the river. I move past the camp to find another monkey getting inside a Tremendous. I defeat it to make it spit out Xmas and capture him. Across the log is the monkey I caught earlier on the PSP, Monkey Guard, called Babs back on the PS1. I also got the Spectre coin above the waterfall that I got earlier on the PSP too. In the first river screen, in that little corner I found my first Spectre coin of a level, there's a monkey way out of reach climbing on vines. But now I have the slingshot I can shoot him down and catch Slacker. Back to the starting area, I get above one of the tunnels to the UFO and boulder screen using the propeller and get another Spectre coin. This one was my 40th, getting me the trophy, Moneybags. Then it takes me a while to find either the last monkey or coin. In the area I fought the first Tremendous, there's a hidden cliff off to the side. It leads down into a cave with the last Spectre coin and the last monkey, Pierre. This is the best level so far. It's both large and packed with stuff to find. I did find it a bit odd though that despite the worlds having separate theming, the first 2 each had a swampy level. 59.6% completion. And with my 40 Spectre coins, I can try the final minigame, Galaxy Monkey, to get the Space Monkey trophy. That was also the final trophy, getting me the Platinum trophy, No Ape Can Escape. This was my favourite minigame of the bunch, a vertical space shooter where the right stick determines the direction you shoot, the best use of both sticks between the minigames. The waves look to be endless and I make it to level 34 before I game over. After that I check the trophies. I wasn't actually expected to get them all this far from finishing the game. Then the Ape Escape P version. I catch Creep, now Lenore. I kill my first Snorter and then Tremendous to get Kutaragi, now called Sultan. Down the cliff into the cave below for the Spectre coin and Pierre, now Angel. Next is the Spectre coin in the starting area above the tunnel. On the camp screen I get the bathing monkey I missed on the first run, Mr. Smith on the PS1, Ian here. Take out the second Tremendous for Xmas, now called Ukiton. The UFO and Boulder screen next to shoot down and catch Sneakers, now Brian, then Skater, now Adamski. Around the back of the first Tremendous near the Spectre statue is some kind of plant I collect, but forget about right away. That just leaves the Spectre coin in the corner of the first river screen I forgot first time, and Slacker, now Fox. Now for Dark Ruins. I'm missing 7 monkeys and 3 Spectre coins. Another one needing the propeller. Right at the start I can get up on the platform in front of me and catch a Dustbin. In the fenced-in area where I found Indiana last time, I can climb a pair of posts to reach the level's second Spectre coin on top of the stone monkey helmet. Then outside the ruins was this section of platforms I completely ignored first time. Jump across them to this tower to find Dizzy on one of the platforms and catch him. At the end of the platforms is more ruins to enter. Right in front of me is a lift that takes me down to this square-shaped obstacle course. First I drop under the bridge I entered from and get the third coin underwater. The room is one way and at the start of the course is Chicken. He runs away across platforms that sink into water, with floors at the sides that have pushing walls. Then a switch that opens the door to the next section, followed by another switch that creates platforms over a pit, since Chicken sank the ones that were there before when he crossed. Then another switch to put me back to the start. It takes a couple loops to get him. I end up swimming up to him from behind and surprising him before he can run again. One section of this room has an alcove to propel into off to the side. It leads to a big totem that rotates and breathes fire. 2 hits for each of the 4 segments to take them out, having a gold coffin open in the back. I jump in to scare out another monkey, Sade, and catch him. Suddenly when I return to the main room there's a second monkey running the obstacle course, but this one has missiles. HB here took 7.5 minutes to get close to and catch, and managed to kill me at least 3 times. Now back into the first set of ruins. There was a Spectre coin up a slope I couldn't get first time, but I can now with the propeller. The magic punch can let me break open the prison cell and quickly catch Dodo inside. And then ride the nearby lift up to the top of the slope that had the coin, shoot down Bobo who climbs up here, and catch him. Another fun one with a lot to explore, and also one of the most memorable bits of music in the game for me. This one comes to mind most often. Also one that I think benefits from the PS1's much shorter draw distance. It really enhances the lost mysterious atmosphere. 61.9% now. And now P. I catch Dustbin, now Sprocket, then get the Spectre coin on top of the stone monkey helmet in the fenced area. Get the Spectre coin on the slope in the first ruins. Inside the prison I catch Dodo, now Chimpantino, kill a rock monkey bouncing around here, then catch Bobo, now David. Then onto the platforms outside for Dizzy, now Wolfgang. Inside the last set of ruins I get the final Spectre coin onto the bridge and catch Chicken, now Carlikis, much faster than I did on the PS1. Then HB, now Cameron, before he even gets a chance to start running. Then I defeat the Chimpotiki pole, catch Sade, now Kira, to finish the level. Now to finish this age with cryptic relics. 3 monkeys and a single Spectre coin to find. I hover across the rolling platforms at the start and go inside to find a box. First I shoot the switch across the gap to create a bridge and then push the box on top of another switch to open a gate further on so I can reach and catch Banana. I break through the wall and go into the ruins in the back. This place also has breakable walls to make getting around it easier. One of the side rooms has a series of chips leading to the Spectre coin using the propeller. Climb all the way up and through these ruins to the next screen. First time I was here I pointed out this monkey in a cage I couldn't reach. Now I can use the RC car to scare him out and catch Street. Now all the way back to the bridge I created at the start. I get on the moving platform, shoot another switch and create a bridge to the last monkey of this age, Hippie. This level is fine, but I just preferred the other 2 of this age more. 63.4%. Then the Ape Escape P run. I catch Banana, now Chimpenberg, then Hippie, now 8-Ball. I then grab the Spectre coin and Street, now Wooshie. Primitive Beach again, the 3 more monkeys and a Spectre coin. The beach is already completely emptied, so it's straight to the second screen. Propel myself right at the first wall to catch fish. Across all the bridges to reach the monkey I couldn't get first time as I hit the amount needed to finish the level. Wings jumps into a flying saucer, so I shoot him down and catch him. I drop down below and go through the cave entrance down here, but it just turns out to be the propellerless way to reach fish. Before the final jump I can propel up to the left to find Slug up on one of the walls and catch him. I have to go back into the level to find the Spectre coin, which turns out to be at the very top of the lift in the cave on the second screen. Not much to this level, but a fun quick one thanks to the beach atmosphere and upbeat music. 64.9% completion. And back over to the PSP. First, destroying the sandcastles on this version gets me the trophy, all your sandcastles are belong to us. I catch Slug, now Odyssey, Wings, now Flatwoods, grab the Spectre coin and catch Fish, now Spander. And now Coral Cave, just missing 3 monkeys. Time to finally deal with that monkey riding the shark at the start. Gossip can be a tricky one and single-handedly killed a few time trial runs later, but it didn't take me too long here. Still on the first screen, I got stuck at this cliff first time, but with the propeller I can get up there now and easily catch Chum. Then inside the cave I shoot up the cannon on the submarine until it breaks open and catch Gerard. This level is also fine, but the one I like the least. Nothing wrong with it, but we've seen plenty of water in caves by now. 66.2%. And now for P. This time Gossip, now McCoy, takes forever to get caught in the net, as in the shark kills me 6 times before I finally get it. Then Chum, now called July, and Gerard, now called Garnet. That just leaves Dexter's Island for this era, missing 5 monkeys and 2 Spectre coins. With the propeller I can now reach the boat to catch Flipper and collect the second Spectre coin there. Next to Dexter I use the magic punch to break down this door into a cave. At the end is a monkey napping by a button, Cliff, who is easily captured. The switch here opens a gate that releases a turtle. The intent was to use him to reach the boat. Inside Dexter, I slide down to that last Spectre coin I found first time through but couldn't reach. The magic punch lets me break through and collect it. I go all the way down to the half pipe where I finished the stage first time to grab that third monkey the stage clear denied me. This one is Gappy. I can now continue through the tunnel into a new room. I climb up and find a room with the Paracebo. This thing is holding the monkey inside itself. It escapes upwards and lowers Fortebran at once. Take out all 4 and the Paracebo drops, giving me the chance to break it open and catch Dali. The last monkey is all the way back at the start of Dexter's Innards. There's this one platform with an RC car slot, so I send it through to scare out Marley and catch him. This is my favourite of this era's levels. It has the most to do and stands out far more than the other two, 68.1%. And then the PSP, where the change in clear requirements first time through leaves me needing just 4 monkeys. This time it seems I have to use a turtle. I catch Cliff, now Geezer, then using the turtle I catch Flipper, now Vince, and get the second Spectre coin. Then inside Dexter I start with Marley, now Amethyst. I break down the wall for the last Spectre coin, and here is where I make a correction from part 1. I somehow missed that Ape Escape P has you catch 1 extra monkey first time over the PS1, so I didn't notice when I was writing that I caught all 3 monkeys in the half pipe then. I missed Gappy, who is now called Scott. I then take out the Paracebo to catch Dali, now called Fair Banana. Halfway through the eras now. Next is Frozen Ocean with just a single monkey to find. I use the giant propeller to climb all the way back to the top of the level to find Hey Hey just out in the open. Quick and easy. It's another smaller level, at least small in the context of the second half of the game, but I've always had a soft spot for snowy levels, so I enjoyed this one. 69.2%. On Ape Escape P, I catch Hey Hey, now named Coral. That's all. Moving to Icicle Cave, I'm missing 3 monkeys and a Spectre coin, one I already found on the PSP. I start by heading all the way to the third area. First I spot the underwater cave off to the side and go through it. It takes me higher up where Shaky comes running out of an igloo. His missiles don't keep me away from him for long and he's captured. First time on the PSP, instead of shooting down the UFO, I climbed up nearby to catch SARS, like catching me on the PS1 where he was called Vertigo. Near the UFO platform is a set of slopes up to a small cave. In here I catch Tracy. That finishes the level, but once again I missed the Spectre coin. It's the one near a lake off to the side inside the cave. Level's alright, but I just found it the least memorable of the era. I actually forgot these segments were all part of the same level for a while. That's 70.7% completion now. Then the PSP, which will take a little bit more than 1 sentence this time. I catch Shaky, now Curtis. I finally shoot down the UFO to catch Captain, now Octo, and then Tracy, who is now called Diamond. Monkey Hot Springs is missing 3 monkeys and a Spectre coin. First time the level was cleared in the middle of my climb up the mountain. I continue the climb to the top to find the hot springs the level is named for. Inside here we have the last 3 monkeys. Trying to run from me we have Steps, then dropping down to the big spring to catch Eponymous. Nearby is the final Spectre coin, and finally Yuppie is under a waterfall. This one is my favourite of the Ice Age. It's snowy and at night, which I love, and both the high-tech base and hot springs are more memorable than just another cave. I'm at 72.2%. And then over to the PSP version. It's exactly the same, everything in the hot springs, which got a neat visual upgrade with all the steam everywhere. I catch Steps, now Brody, then get the Spectre coin. Yuppie is now Apo Polo, and Eponymous is now called Escapees. Tranquil Temple next, the 5 more monkeys and 2 more Spectre coins, both of which I found first time on PSP. The monkey on the roof I caught on the PSP was called Svengali. I shoot him down and catch him here, where he's called Sick Note. While looking up all these monkeys' names, I noticed that in the US localization they named him a slur used against dark-skinned people. I'm assuming the term isn't well known or used in the US then, or at least wasn't back in 1999. Maybe it's a Mario Party 8 situation, if you know you know. but it really threw me off when I was scrolling down the wiki page and saw that word. Inside the temple, I climb up into the rafters to find Slippers and catch him. Across to the next one is Donkey, who I also catch. I drop down next to one of the pillars to catch Smelly. I grab the second Spectacon on top of the Buddha statue, then the third one behind the bell outside. Then down the well and shooting this hidden switch on the back wall to move the Spectre statue and grant me access to Reactive. I enjoy this level for being the small one of its era. It helps that there are more monkeys than smaller stages tend to get, so there's the joy of getting a load of collectibles cramped together. I really like the music too. At 74.1%. Thanks to needing an extra catch first time on the PSP, I'm only missing 4 monkeys this time. Near the pillar inside the temple I catch Smelly, now Grasshopper, then Reactive, now Tenpin. Back to the rafters for Donkey, now Samurai, and Slippers, now Go-Go. On the Great Wall I'm missing 2 monkeys and 2 Spectre coins. Back to the second outdoor screen, I pointed out this monkey last time but didn't catch him. This time I do. Bertie's captured. Then in the second indoor area, down at the bottom, is another monkey needing to be scared out by the RC car. This is Coda, and with him caught, I need to go back in and find those Spectre coins. Right at the start, jump to the first mountain on the left and run up it. The second coin is just hidden out of view. Going through the second room and out into the third outdoor area, I can hover over to a mountain on the right. Then from there I can hover over to another with the final coin. This is a good level, but the bad draw distance really throws me off and hampers it. The only level where this is a problem for me. This is one level I enjoy a lot more on the PSP for that. I'm at 75.7% now. In Ape Escape P, the change in first clear requirement has me needing 4 monkeys but still 2 Spectre coins. I grab the Spectre coin next to the start. I catch Bert, now called Wacky Chan, and then catch Coda, now Chimpune Fat. Now for those 2 monkeys in the final area the revised clear requirement kept me from. First I get the final Spectre coin on the mountain, then I catch Billy, renamed Bruce Oakley, and Ewan, renamed Ookie Wranglin. Then comes Trick Castle, where I'm missing just 1 monkey and 1 Spectre coin, which I already got on the PSP. On top of the castle is the box I couldn't open. With the magic punch I can and catch Paula inside. The Spectre coin I was missing was the one down the cliffs beside the castle. This was maybe my favourite level in the game. Large, with lots to explore and packed with stuff to find. I'd get most of it on the first visit, and a contender for my favourite level theme in the game. 77% completion. Then on the PSP, I'm just missing the 1 monkey. Paula from the crate, renamed Sir Blue. For Urban City, I'm missing 5 monkeys and a single Spectre coin. Early in the sewer, there was this monkey in a cage needing the RC car to get out. I caught him on the PSP where he was called Cypress. Here, he's Grudge. When I reach the large pipe that leads to the rest of the level, I instead keep following the path to find a slope with a slot for the RC car up it that leads onto a switch that creates a series of platforms leading up it. Up here is a cage for the RC car. Inside it I collect the third Spectre coin and press a switch to open a trapdoor beneath me. Right down the bottom I slide into Heston and catch him. He's the one who you can see out of reach when you first enter the sewer. In the room with the slopes and all the barrels to cross, I let myself fall to the lower sections to land on the ledge where there's another monkey. This one is Judas. Going through the pipe in this room and swimming into the underwater tunnel, I find Enea, another monkey I caught in the first PSP run. Here he's called Brownie. Follow the water all the way to the top and I find the monkey that was watching me struggle across all those barrels, goggles, and catch him to finish the level. There's nothing wrong with this level, but I'm not big on a lot of sewer levels and I like the other 2 in this set more. 78.7%. In P, I'm missing the same amount. I get the final Spectre coin and then catch Heston, now called Bronson. In the barrel room, at the pipe on the opposite side, Cobain, now called Pythagorillas, got away, but I catch him this time. And then Goggles, now called Vine. The button here opens up the bar so I can quickly slide down to the lower ledge and catch Judas, now Ogilvy. Then up on that ledge near the exit back to the park is Sharon, now Sid, to catch. In Spectre's factory I'm missing 3 monkeys and 1 Spectre coin. In the room where I have to cross platforms and spiked walls over molten steel, after doing that there's a wall I can break open with the magic punch. Inside I catch Agent 4125. Where there's a switch to lower the giant pipe, I go left onto a lift that takes me down. Down here there's a cage for the RC car. I scare the monkey out of it and catch Quentin. Then back to the switch to lower the pipe, get inside, wait for it to rise until I can see the Spectre coin on top of the next pipe and grab it. Then turn around and jump out the other end to the monkey and catch Pertwee. Don't have much to say about this one, it is definitely a late Game Factory themed level, at 80.2% now. Missing the same stuff on PSP, grab the Spectre coin on top of the pipe, the final one in the game in this version, and then catch Pertwee, now Epiglottis. Below the giant pipe is another of those potted plants in the corner to collect. Then Quentin, now Apelio Apele, and finally Agent 4125, now Olpas. At the TV tower, I'm just missing 2 monkeys. Right away, as soon as I start outside the front door, to the left is another crate needing the magic punch. Inside is Joan. The other one is all the way on the other side of the level at the bottom of the lowering platform room. I caught this guy first time on the PSP. He was called Oki there, here he's Twiggy. I like this level, felt a bit like Trick Castle but on a smaller scale, so I enjoyed that level more. 81.4%. On the PSP I'm just missing the one. It's Joan at the start in the crate, renamed November. That just leaves Spectreland. I'm missing 3 monkeys and 3 Spectre coins. Those Spectre coins and 1 monkey I've already shown myself catching on the PSP. One of the Spectre coins I missed on the coaster the first time. The second above the door to the pit in the haunted house. The crater where Spectre Castle launched from gains a monkey after you clear the level the first time. Down here I catch Lennon. Then the first room inside Spectre Castle has another crate for the magic punch. Breaking it open lets me catch Hal. Then destroying the light on that monkey head statue to find the final Spectre coin in this version and the monkey I caught first time on the PSP, Bizarro, called Raphael here. This was a fitting final level, suitably massive with a lot of good music and a lot to hunt down without it getting so big that it ends up feeling like there's long stretches of nothing. That's every monkey collected, and I get a message from the professor saying that he has managed to track down Spectre's location. I'm now at 83.3%. Meanwhile in P I'm just missing 2 monkeys. They are Lennon, now Magnum, and Hal, now Turkish. Then I get the message from the professor about Spectre. I now have access to the final world, Dimension, and its one level, Final Get. Nothing else but the objective to catch Spectre, for real this time. They have a pretty standard hero-villain chat. Why if strong, not a bit evil? Because I'm not a dick. But then Spectre asks how the man who raised him is, meaning his trainer at the amusement park. He acts like he doesn't care, but Spike picks up that Spectre may secretly want to go back, and that he may be forgiven if he just apologises. That rattles Spectre, who asks why he should have to apologise for becoming super powerful. Spike tries one last time to get him to realise the peak point helmet is controlling him and that he should throw it away, leading into the final boss battle. Spectre floats in his chair high above the arena and teleports around. He charges an electric blast and throws it down. The explosion itself is quite large and it sends out several shockwaves I need to jump over. I have to take the chance between attacks to pelt him with a slingshot. After taking just 2 shots, Spectre starts flashing. Another 2 shots has his throne exploding and crashing to the ground. But Spectre still has a barrier and tries running away from me. He creates various projectiles that surround himself while I beat away at the shield with the magic punch. Eventually the barrier is destroyed, but all those projectiles gang up on me and keep me stunned long enough for it to come back. Then he fires the remaining ones off and kills me. But next time I wait until he's fired them all off before I break the barrier, giving me the chance to hit him again. As I hit him more, he starts smoking. Then he starts flashing alongside the smoke. After enough hits, he falls down stunned and I can finally capture him. After this we cut straight to credits for the true ending. We can see Spike, Buzz and Katie with Spectre back in his regular monkey state. They take him back to the amusement park where Spectre seems happy enough to be back with his trainer. After the credits, Katie realises the time and everyone gets running to not be late. But we never find out what for, as Spectre and his trainer just stare on. Catching Spectre got me to 84.8%. In Ape Escape P, the world is named Dimension X and the level just Final Battle. Nothing's really different, the dialogue is the same, the fight is the same, I catch Spectre, it even takes 2 attempts just like in the PS1. Ending is the same too. But here's something new. I finally remember my potted plants in the time station, the ones I collected from Jungle River and Spectre's factory. After the first clear of Spectreland, 6 of these appear throughout the levels. There's one in Dexter's Island underneath where the turtle was. In Snowy Mammoth at the top of the mountain, one is on top of one of the red pipes. In Crumbling Castle, on the back left corner of the castle roof, I can drop down to a ledge with the next plant. Then one is in the propeller room to the east of the castle in Spectreland. That's 3 banana plants and 3 coconut plants, but I need to actually grow them now. But first I go into the completed monkey book. Checking out 10 entries gets me the trophy Monkey Research. Something new to P is Casey's documents. Collecting the large chips over time will add random files to this, which are just vague musings and sayings. Will I have to get them all? That can wait though, there's still time trials. Catch a certain amount of monkeys as fast as you can for medals from bronze to gold. Collecting chips will also shortly freeze a timer. For this segment I'll just show every successful gold medal. First the PS1 level, then the PSP level at triple speed. Lucky you get to have a break from hearing me talk. Even my family don't get that privilege. Your first finished run on the PSP also gets you the trophy Run Spike Run.
it!
What? I can't believe 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 it! What? I can't believe it! What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it! can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
I can't believe it!
What? I can't believe it!
I can't believe it!
What? 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 I can't believe it!
All those gold medals finally got me to 100%, but there's one last loose end for the PS1. Winning the free Ski Kids racing tracks unlocks one thing. It's a pain and takes forever. This permanently changes the colour of the menu background and makes it AI harder to race against. That change also removed the markers showing I finished first in each race, so I have to do it again and it takes even longer. I was very glad to finish that because I do not enjoy that minigame and it was the only thing keeping me from being finished with the game. But that is the original PS1 Ape Escape completed. But before we can get to the final thoughts, the ranking and finish this, there's still P, where I am also at 100% but have even more loose ends. First is the enemy bug, where I check to see what I'm missing. Some of the missing entries I'm certain I'd killed already though. On the Mysterious Age page I'm missing the 3rd and 9th entries, the first entry on the Oceania page, the 1st, 2nd and 4th entries on the Medieval Mayhem stage, the 6th and 7th entries on the Present Day stage, and the 3rd and 6th entries on the Monkey Madness page. For some reason it didn't count the Snorters I killed earlier, so I killed them again. It seems some enemies just need multiple kills for whatever reason. The other one in this age is the Spark Plugs. For Oceania I needed to kill Crabsters. In Medieval Mayhem I needed to kill more Enos and Hanzos. Enos especially refused to be added for a while, then Nutty Knights. In the present day I needed to kill more Killer Coils and Cattens. Then for Monkey Madness it was the Whispermeres and Rocket Chimpanoids. After them the entire enemy book is filled in. Next comes unlocking Casey's documents and growing the plants. Both of these are done by collecting the large chips. Crumbling Castle is the quickest way to collect them, so I spend a while grinding the outside of the castle. Eventually all 6 trees are fully grown. After well over an hour of this, all the documents have been unlocked. I didn't really get the point of these additions really. Now for the minigames. Ski Kids Racing has been replaced with Snow Kids Racing. It's a snowboarding minigame. Playing this for the first time unlocks the trophy Frosty Monkey. I start with a playable Spike, Professor, Natsumi and a load of monkeys. Catching Spectre unlocks Jake and Casey, and getting 100% completion unlocks Spectre. It's a lot of downhill snowboarding. It's not that interesting, but I enjoyed it far more than the skiing minigame. There's bananas to pick up the boosts, I can get knocked on my arse. There's 3 tracks that don't look any different while you're playing, that's about it. There isn't anything to get by winning in this game, but I came in first on all 3 tracks on my first tries. Next is Spectre Boxing, reworked from the first game's boxing minigame. First time playing this one gets me the trophy Warrior Monkey. Once again a large selection of monkeys, with an unlockable tied to winning the tournament. Here the boxing is side on and also much easier to get used to than the PSP minigame. Really not much to say for the boxing itself, the thing it reminds me of most is the boxing minigame from Spyro 3. Stun a monkey and you can mash for a very strong punch. The final match of the tournament looks to be against Spectre, but after that is one more fight against the strong Blue Pippotron. Defeat him to unlock Spectre as a playable boxer, and a survival mode where I get to play as the Blue Pippotron as I take on an endless amount of opponents. The third minigame is Jake Attacks, getting me the trophy, Fancy a Rematch for the first time playing. It's just Jake Attacks Part 1 again. I win. Finally we have the most time consuming one, Ape Ping Pong. This gets me the trophy Sporting Monkey. That also gets me the Platinum Trophy, Monkey Master. Once again I have another selection of monkeys to choose from. I once again have to win a tournament. It's ping pong. There is nothing to say about this other than a tournament takes an eternity. When you're ready to be finished with a game and the only thing you're missing is tied to a long ping pong minigame, you get a bit fed up. Eventually I face Spectre, then after him is the Yellow Pippotron. I finally defeat him and win the tournament, unlocking Spectre in this mode too. That's Ape Escape P completed too. Ape Escape is a very good game, to the point I wonder why I decided to wait so long to play it, especially when I already played Ape Escape 2 8 years before this first one. I like 3D collectathon platformers, I like being able to return to previous areas with new equipment to discover new things. Soundtrack is great, the monkeys themselves are very endearing. The only parts I didn't like were the optional minigames. And despite the gameplay compromises made in Ape Escape P, I still feel like the game's enjoyability comes through perfectly fine. The vast majority of the time it just takes a bit of adapting, and I played these two back to back and didn't have a problem with that. As for the ranking, I knew from the very beginning that this would make it into the top 25, and it didn't take long to decide on the exact spot either. Both games will be ranked together in 20th place, above GoldenEye on the N64, but below Ys Book 1 and 2. They could have made it to 19th, but I just really loved Ys more. Ape Escape is a series I definitely want to continue on the channel. I don't know how long it will take, but I am looking forward to checking out Ape Escape 2 again to see how it compares now I've played the original.